But first, another rock and roll event remembered 20 years later, Woodstock. A look at the 1989 gathering next.
A day of reflection in the small town of Bethel, New York, site of Woodstock 20 years ago today. A steady stream of nostalgia seekers gathered at old Max Yasker's farm. They were not 400,000 strong as they were in '69, but they came to find the feeling many had left behind. Dave Andrews of our New Star Network reports.
They came back to Max Yasker's farm, where 20 years ago today, a little history and a lot of legend were created here in this pasture in Bethel, New York. Today, the now famous hillside is dotted with tents. This 20th Woodstock reunion was not formally organized by anyone, but hundreds of people just want to be here, maybe to recapture the mood. 20 years ago today, this was it, the biggest event in rock music history. 400,000 to 500,000 young people preaching peace, love, and rock and roll. It could have been chaos. No one was prepared for the numbers. Huge traffic jams shut down the roads around here. They ran short of food and water. They lived through a big thunderstorm, but somehow they carried it off. Russ Parisi, a 41-year-old social worker, was at Woodstock 20 years ago. Today he returned with his camera to photograph the monument erected on the site to commemorate the festival.
It was always a feeling inside that we were going to change something back then, that we were strong, that we were going to, do something. And even though things didn't work out as we had hoped, you still had that feeling inside. The hope is still there.
Rhonda Modansky was a 16-year-old from Long Island when she and some friends hitchhiked to Woodstock. She says it was important for her to return today.
I think people who are coming back now want to feel what they felt then, but they've come back without the music, without the drugs. They want to feel that sense of humanity, of brotherhood that they felt then, that sense of working together, and that sense of peace that so often we don't have in our daily lives.
They say Woodstock was an event that could never be duplicated. It certainly won't happen again here. Soon after the 1969 festival, local authorities passed an ordinance banning any similar outdoor concerts. Dave Andrews in Bethel, New York for Newscenter 5.
Just trying to get there was an event. I know a lot of people who intended on going but were stuck on the New York State Thruway about 10 miles out.
Well, at least the weather's better this time around.